Didn't know they were kids till we knocked them out. And we seen them. It's the only time I cried. You know, they stood for a deliverance or destruction, depending on what side you were on. You know, I took heavy casualties there. As I said, they were waiting on us. I pushed them aside, moved on and pushed the bodies aside, moved on. Yeah. Well, I just had to get on with it, you know. Just do what I had to do. That's all you could do. Do what you had to do. Make a good job of it, doing it. My name is George Horner. I am 97 years old. I was born in Carrickfergus by the sea. That's the place I love to be. There's a large stone castle, standing tall, ever watchful over all. And yours truly, I was in the army, the Royal Ulster Rifles. Spent 6 years in the army. Seen a bit of action too. Sword Beach, Germany occupied France. But we made it when I joined the military. At that time, there wasn't a lot of work in Carrick, you know. And I wanted to see around it, but so I decided to join the army. Not the Navy. The boats were seasick. And the Air Force, too high. Didn't like heights. So the army was the best thing. And as I say, then there wasn't much work or nothing. But in the army, they paid you for it, and you get 3 meals a day. You couldn't complain about that. No, you couldn't complain about that. But I enjoyed my time in the army. I think Belfast was bombed twice. And I remember all the applause. We went down to the harbour, sitting on a high wall, watching the German aircraft coming up to bomb Belfast. They did that twice. Belfast was bombed twice, you know. But we waved up at them. They didn't see us. Well, D-Day. D-Day stood for a deliverance or destruction, depending on what side you were on. You know, the landing craft. The ships brought us over to Normandy. But they could only go so far. There's a lot of obstructions in the water. We had to get out of them and the smaller craft. They took us in as far as they could. But there again, there's a lot of obstacles there to keep the craft from coming into to the shore. It was June, but the water was freezing up to my waist, and all were waist. The water was dead cold. It was earlier. The RAF had bombed them, and the Navy had shelled the place. Took a hammer, the beaches. We had to wait ashore. As I say, the craft could only go so far. There were all these different obstacles. There was all types of weapons there. Machine gun fire, mortars, 2-inch mortars. They fired a shell, a couple of 100 yards, you know. Oh, it was rough there. We moved forward onto the beach. I took heavy casualties there. They were waiting on us coming. They had all the time they were to prepare with the way they wanted things. Seen plenty of bodies in the water. I've seen landing craft getting blown up, yeah, sinking. That's right. And the boys swimming away, standing on shore. Water was up to here. But must have made it. A couple of times I could have been killed. There was a couple of times I could have been shot. I always made it a point to get behind. Somebody bigger than me. So they would get down before me. It was a question of survival. None if any of your mates were killed, you get behind, put them in front of you when you're lying down. We moved forward very quickly. Didn't seem to have much time to stop anywhere, you know. But I do remember the British Third Army, us. We could have been in Belgium, Berlin first, but we were stopped for 12 hours for political reasons. The Russians, they had to go in first. They were a rough crowd, the Russians. Still, that was the way it was. We're always on the move. We're never too long in one place. They never stopped too long. The bazooka was a two-man job. One man carried the bazooka. It was about 4 foot long, the bazooka. I fired a shell, about 8 or 9 inches long. You can knock out tanks with it, or you can knock down buildings with it. And as I say, there was 2 of you. If I was on it, I would have carried the bazooka one day. The next day I would be carrying the shells for it. Took turnabout after you were on the bazooka. You know, it was a very effective weapon. Yeah, I knocked out a few tanks. Sure I did. I always go for their traction. Knock the traction off it. Couldn't go anywhere. You just fed it on them. Had to come out sometime. Well, a couple of choices. You open the top, put the white flag up. It's usually white hanky. Man, there weren't any further combat with them. They surrendered there. The white hanky appeared. You know, the white hanky didn't appear. He knocked the tracks off. One of the tracks couldn't go anywhere. I had to stay in. I put the white flag out. At one time, we were held up. You can see this small village. It just seemed to be a road on the road out. And usual village, a few shops here and there. But anyway, there was heavy fire coming from this shop, corner shop. And our weapons, what we had, they weren't heavy enough. So we couldn't get across this heavy fire from this corner shop. So we called up for tank support. So the tank come up. I explained to them what the position was. They believe they shot to hell. We moved across. 3 kids, 3 children. They were causing a problem. 2 wee boys and a wee girl. I was about 12 or 13 years old. It's the only time I ever cried. But then I found out later, not that it helped me any, it didn't. They belonged to an organisation called the Hitler Youth. Some of them give their lives dearly. The Hitler Youth. I'll never forget that. 2 wee boys and a wee girl. Hand grenades were called mills. Hand grenades. Just throw them over your head. But I threw them. Once you pull the pin out, that released the trigger. And you had 10 seconds to get rid of it. I used to hold it for about 5 seconds and then throw it. There were 3 or 4 of the enemy together and threw the grenades. I had no quarrel with the German. To me, they were German soldiers. We were British soldiers. You know, just doing a job, same as I was doing it. This is a photograph of me, age 17, when I joined the army. Good looking fella. Not that. They shall grow not old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we give our today.